Sounding like a native is an important goal for every student. Speaking a language is all about communication, understanding, and being understood. Pronunciation plays a big role in this. Having a good pronunciation builds confidence, allows more interaction when communicating, helping your work, social, and personal life in general. So today I decided to bring some helpful tips to get you into a consistent path of improving your pronunciation. If you are learning Portuguese and have interest in the topics I cover, don't forget to subscribe and to hit the bell. Also consider joining my Patreon page for my exclusive content and amazing perks. E agora, vamos começar! Pronunciation is not the same thing as an accent. In fact, the accent is just a part of it. Everybody has an accent, even in your own mother language, depending on the region of the country people are from. But being intelligible and clear to the listener is what makes the whole difference. Another reason to start paying close attention to pronunciation at an early stage is you want to learn and teach yourself the correct way of speaking right when you start. That way, you will have less work later on. We will be speaking about techniques and strategies to help you practice, but also that will help you improve your current pronunciation. Practicing in front of the mirror while repeating some European Portuguese phrases or words is a great tip. I always include in my videos practical sentences that you can listen to and use them to repeat in this exercise. You can tutor yourself while repeating words and sounds in front of the mirror. This gives you the chance to adjust the sound of the word you should be producing to what is actually coming out of your mouth. Watching yourself while pronouncing words or sounds allows you to practice matching your lips, mouth, tongue, and roof of your mouth with the sounds you're really trying to say. Also, saying words out loud forces you to catch the differences and similarities between what you're listening and what you are saying. At a more advanced stage, you won't need the mirror anymore, and you can just try to speak out loud as much as you can. In the shower, for example. I talk about this and more great learning tips on my video, 6 Tips to Learn Faster. Another tip is to create and use mnemonics, also known as memory tricks, to help you memorize a sound, letter, words, or even sentences. Let's take the example of the sounds and ow. Not easy to distinguish, right? Let me help you with these ones. Cats and dogs. Portuguese dogs, when barking, make the nasal sound ão. Plus the word for dog is cão, with the same diphthong. Practice the sound ão with words like pão, coração, or mão. On the other hand, a kitten doesn't have such a deep voice, so it sounds meow. That ending ow, equivalent to the English OW, and you will find this sound in words like pau, carapau, aula. Once you feel you mastered these sounds, practice words that are very similar. Mão, mau, pão, pau. Can you say them differently now? Associating emojis to sounds can work too. There are a few associated with feeling disgusted. What sound would you use to replicate these images? Bilhark would be the Portuguese sound. You can remember this when trying to say words like trabalho, filho, folha, and all other words with lhe. I also tell my students to practice the sound ein in Portuguese, thinking about Heinz ketchup. That ein is very similar to what you find in the middle of the word, Heinz. Practice saying bem, tem, or também. Another useful tool is to use dictionaries and automatic translators with audio. These dictionaries and applications are very helpful, since you can say a word, repeating it after you listen to it.
Here on reverso.net, it's a really great dictionary that I use a lot in my lessons. You can write sentences in Portuguese, simple sentences. So, for example, and we can click here to translate and see what it means. We have João goes to the beach, but if you want to practice pronunciation, Reverso on your desktop has this function here where it's actually in European Portuguese. So here you can practice listening. It is an AI voice, however, it is very helpful.
O João vai à praia.
O João vai à praia. And you can practice writing sentences that you want to learn and memorize using this tool.
O João vai à praia.
O João vai à praia. And then you want to practice, let's say, instead of to the beach, we're going to go to the supermarket. Mercado.
O João vai ao supermercado.
O João vai ao supermercado. And you can really hear in these cases with the AI kind of have a better understanding how words blend together, how our muted vowels work, because it is reflected in some way in the automated voice. Then I wanted to show and share with you guys also another great resource that I like to use, which is Infopedia. And in this case, they just recently, I believe, launched the Português para Estrangeiros under all their other options. And also here, while you won't be able to practice sentences, you can practice specific words that you struggle with. If, for example, many of my students struggle with the verb to forget, which is esquecer. And let's click here. So it's going to tell you what esquecer means, okay? And then you're going to click here.
Esquecer.
Esquecer. Of course, it's an AI, but again, it's a great resource just to practice. And you can then also follow up with your teacher to make sure everything is accurate. But let's try maybe an easier word like
Casa.
casa.
Next, we have audio and video recording. Languages have a tone to sound natural. You need to practice how to do it and learn when your voice should rise or fall down. Pick a sentence and then make it a statement, a question or an exclamation, or mimic a short text from a Portuguese series. Watch a soap opera and replicate some scenes. Then record yourself on camera saying these sentences with a special attention to intonation. After you do, watch yourself speaking. How do you sound? You can practice with small lines like this. Vamos à festa. Vamos à festa? Vamos à festa. Also, you can join our Portuguese book club. At book clubs, you not only have the chance to speak with other Portuguese learners, discuss ideas in Portuguese, but one of my favorite resources of our book club is that students have the chance to record an audio, reading out loud parts of the book and getting feedback from me. Have you learned about our book club already? We have 3 books available and our 4th edition will be in November. Also, being tutored by a native Portuguese tutor will help you immensely. Working one-on-one makes you improve your pronunciation skills. Group lessons can be fun, but usually pronunciation is not the focus of the class. I hope you enjoyed my tips and strategies to help you. Do you have tricks of your own? How do they work? Share with me in the comments. Até a próxima!